Hi everyone. Okay, so today we are doing a love reading about their current feelings for you. Now, this is a specific person you have in your mind. You could be in a relationship with them, in a no contact situation, in a limited contact situation, or you simply like them and you want to know what they feel for you. This is a general reading, which means it may or may not apply to everyone, so please take it only if it resonates with your story. Now, another thing is that energies are always flexible. So whatever story will come out today, these can be your energies or your partner's energies. So please check accordingly. And this goes for cross watchers also who are here to see for their Sagittarius partners. This reading can be applied to your sun, moon or rising sign. Now, let me quickly explain you the whole pattern of this reading. We will take cards out for your recent past, present and upcoming future, and then the overall guidance for you from universe, right? Okay, so let's start with the love reading for the sign of Sagittarius for the month of February. And first we'll take out 3 cards here for the recent past and we'll see what energies are guiding us here. Let's see. Okay, I'm just gonna shuffle again. 3 cards for Sagittarius for the recent past here. Okay, all right. So we have 3 of inspiration over here. We have 8 of emotions over here. We have 8 of inspiration over here. All right, okay. All right. Sagittarius, we have 3 of inspiration over here. This is the energy of your relationship. I feel that this connection is headed towards some kind of expansion, some kind of growth, okay? So if you guys have been liking each other, then you want to, kind of turn it into a commitment. If you guys are committed, take it to another level, maybe, getting engaged, getting married, right? Or if you guys are married already, then you want to work on your relationship, on your marriage, especially if it has been going little off track, right? But whatever it is, wherever your connection is today, you want to take it a level higher or 2 levels higher, right? But you want to do it. And this is the energy of your relationship. So both of you at least feels, mutually about it. Not that one person does not want it, another one is forcing it. No, you both want this mutually. You both want this connection to grow. You both want this connection, to happen and to be there, and you both want to contribute, you both want to put efforts, you both want to spend life with each other, right? So the energy is good over here, okay? And I'm sensing for some of you individually, you both have seen a lot. Maybe Sagittarius, you saw a lot in your previous relationships, this person did a lot, and now both of you are coming together and creating a very healthy energy where you both are very mindful and very conscious of not bringing the flaws or bringing the negative aspects that you had in your previous relationships, that you exhibited in your previous relationships. Okay, see, saying that I was perfect and my partner was not is not the right way how you introspect. Okay, of course, no matter how your previous relationship was, or even with this person, how your previous problems were, yes, one person can be more wrong, another can be a little less wrong, but you always have flaws, right? I mean, I am full of flaws, right? So, but both of you are making sure that whatever ruined the connection, whether it was lack of boundaries, lack of self-respect, or whether it was giving too much, or whether it was, maybe you hurt someone, whatever it is that ruined your previous connection, both of you, or ruined this relationship with each other, both of you are now making sure that you are not getting those energies, into the future. You don't want to. You're dropping them behind. Okay? That kind of energy I am getting for this relationship. We have 8 of emotions over here. 8 of emotions is your partner's energy. Sagittarius, okay, some of you could be dealing with a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, not everybody, because we have emotions over here. Okay, see, understand one thing, that on the emotional level, and you know, like when we see the core of this connection, right, both of you want the same thing, both of you want each other, right? However, your partner is being emotionally unavailable, or they are kind of being the avoidant right now, because you know, they don't have, you know, they don't have that kind of, you can say, offer, or those kind of answers, you know, like they can't fill your cup right now because they feel they don't have enough, right? Like I'm getting the energy that this person wants to be with you. Let's say, for example, you know, I want to buy a car, right? And that car costs somewhere around, let's say, you know, maybe 20 lakhs, 30 lakhs, but I have like 10 lakhs in my pocket, right? So my desire is very genuine because I want to. It's so genuine, and I'm working hard, I'm saving money. But today, if someone asked me that, can you buy that car? No, I can't. I don't have the money to buy it. Although that is my dream, although I know that will make me happy, although that is where I'm putting my efforts, but today I don't have it. And that is how your partner feels, that they want what you want. But maybe, Sagittarius, you have 20 lakhs in your pocket. Or let's say, if not exactly 20, maybe 19. But your partner is lacking behind. They just have 10. So they feel that, you know, they're not emotionally that they're ready, or they're maybe not financially ready for some of you, or they don't feel ready to talk to their parents, or if you guys are married, you know, then they don't feel ready maybe to have a family right now. Okay, maybe, you know, you guys are kind of having these differences over having a child, or if you already have child, you know, then there can be like certain issues in this marriage or in this connection where your partner does not feel ready. Ready is the key word over here, Sagittarius. They do not feel ready. So what is happening? They're kind of just, they're not walking away, like they're not like permanently walking away, but they, wherever they get the opportunity, they want to escape that serious conversation, right? They are okay talking about random things about life, maybe philosophy, maybe charity, maybe politics, right? But they do not want to talk about their emotions and the future and what they can offer or what efforts they're taking, because they feel they don't have the answers and they cannot provide you that. Okay, see, understand the difference over here. This person is not exactly an escapist, because an escapist does not want to, you know, kind of take the responsibility, or they don't want to, you know, take the accountability of their actions. They don't want to escape. They're here, right? But the reason they're avoiding it, because, you know, they don't have the answers. They don't have the, you know, what you're looking for exactly right now, right? Because escapist is a person, you know, who has 20 lakhs in the pocket, but they won't buy. They don't want to buy, but they have been promising you that, you know, I also want to buy the same car. See, we're so alike, you know. Why don't we buy the car together? Maybe 10 lakhs, you contribute, 10 lakhs, I contribute. And, you know, you're already Sagittarius, and suddenly this person ghosts you out. Because now they find somebody else, or they never really wanted to buy that car. But they just said it because that time they wanted your attention. Your partner is not like that. They have genuine intentions. They don't want to run away. They don't want to hurt you. Okay, but they feel that right now avoiding these serious conversations is the only way they can get some space to breathe and to think what to do next. Okay, so if your partner is kind of feeling, you know, detached or distant, know that they are not really walking away, but it's just a huge challenge for them. Because if you see, it's almost like there's a black hole right, you know, in front of them, and it's walking alongside, and so much of heavy energy. Anytime they can get consumed by this. This is how they feel the burden, you know, on their head when it comes to this connection. Again, you are not the burden, Sagittarius. They love you. But to to, to keep up those expectations, to keep up to your expectations. They don't want to disappoint you, but that's a challenge to them. They don't have the maybe financial resources, emotional resources. For some of them, maybe physical resources. They have some health issue and they're not very comfortable talking about it right now. Right? We have 8 of inspiration. This is your energy, but you're all excited and you're very confident and you're marching ahead and you want to like take over the world with this person. You have made all the plans that, let's get married. We'll get married here. This is what I'm gonna wear. This is where, we will keep the party. These are the people we would invite. Okay. And so you have such details in your head. And you're just marching ahead with so much of force, that this is kind of being a little scary for this person. This intensity is so scary because see, you're just one person, but they see as 4 people coming towards them because that's the kind of intensity you're carrying, which is good. You love someone, you're carrying that intensity, but the problem over here is right now, it cannot be balanced. You're carrying the intensity of 4 people and they're just barely one person over here. That too a weaker person, But that is what is happening over here. The way you're thinking, Sagittarius, that okay, it'll work out. We will, we will talk to family. Okay, we will manage somehow. They don't have that kind of faith. Like they're not able to get that courage. They're so scared of failing this relationship. They're so scared of, like disappointing you that this pressure is becoming unbearable. But you, on the other hand, you feel that now is the right time. I'm ready to marry you. I'm ready to have kids with you. I'm ready to work on our marriage, But you don't have that confidence. Right? Alright, Sagittarius, so I will take out 3 cards for the current energies and we'll see how you are feeling currently, how your partner is feeling, and what is happening here, Sagittarius. Let's see. So, okay, we have 8 of voices. We have a lot of 8s over here, guys. So some of you, their birthday could be an 8, or your partner's birthday, or your partner could be born in August, right? But number 8 is very significant over here, or anything that adds up to 8, number 17, number 26, right? But number 8 is important. We have Death card over here, and we have the Ace of Voices over here. All right, okay. We have 8 of Voices. This is definitely your partner. Like I said, that there's some kind of black hole and they feel they can get consumed by it anytime. And you're in the current energy. They're actually in the black hole. If you see over here, trapped because she's kind of, here being tied to by this black rope kind of thing. Can you see? So they're tied, and they have this this kind of blindfold, like they're able to find the light within, but they're not able to exactly. Like there's strands of light which comes, strands of hope which comes, and maybe it is coming from you because you're very positive over here, but they're not able to sustain that energy. They're feeling very drowned, in this fear, and they just feel that they will end up failing this connection, and this connection might not work for a lot of reasons. Okay, like they're not able to entertain or even visualize you guys having a happy life. It's not that they don't want, of course they want it, but the burden, the fear is so much that they feel that the failure will happen. It might happen tomorrow, it might happen 10 years down the lane, but it will happen. And when, you start with that energy, of course, it's a burden. You can't really go all in. You can't take a stand. If I have to give an exam and if I just start preparing for that exam thinking that I'm bound to fail, I can't give my 100%. And I, even if I know things, no answers in the, exam hall, I might just, not write them properly. Because that failure thing is so much on my mind that I will eventually attract it. And that is what is happening with your partner. They don't want to attract it, but subconsciously just sitting gradually that this relationship will fail. Maybe I'll make some mistake. Again, they're not even going like, who will make this mistake? But they feel it'll fail. 90%. 10%, sometimes they do get hopeful. They know maybe I'm overthinking. I should give it time. We'll be fine. This will happen. Of course, we love each other. But like I said, they're not able to sustain this positivity for very long. So, Sagittarius, I'll just say that keep up this, energy. Of course, it's very vibrant and it's very, positive. You feel very confident. I'll just say don't try to push your energy onto them. Okay, because this is not helping them. It is only making them feel more scared because they feel you're perfect. Of course, you're not. You also have your fears, but at least from the outside, they feel you're perfect. I mean, you are ready to take all the risk. You are ready to take leap of faith, but they can't do it. And they feel that if he or she, Sagittarius can do so much and I can't even deal with this, how will our relationship work? Right? So I'll say don't try to push your positivity on them. Sometimes, we do this. No, listen, it's okay. I'm going to work it out. Our relationship will work. I have faith, Don't do it. Let them be. Let them be. Be nice to them. Talk normal things. But don't talk much about your future and don't talk, much about right? Things, how things will happen. Will we invite these people in our wedding or, our marriage anniversary? Like, will we do this? This is freaking them out. Right? This is freaking them out. Right? Okay, so we have the death card here. This is the energy of your relationship. So definitely there's the death of this relationship happening. And I don't sense that this is the ending of this relationship, although this is a general reading, guys. So maybe for few of you, this is the ending which is happening because your partner is not able to keep up with your expectations. But then for most of you, I don't see it as a death of your connection, but death of this phase, of this scary phase, Maybe something better is coming in the future, but your relationship is transforming. And mainly your partner, because I'm sensing your partner has... Okay, see, they are a good person. I don't get the negative energy from them, but they are somebody who has always loved their comfort zone. Nobody has pressured them to this extent. And even if someone tried to, they just walked away. Whether it was about career or whether it was about their personal life, any kind of relationship, friendship, they just walked away. And they always had a reason to give themselves that this is toxic for me or, I don't like it. But the main reason was that this person is not very good in dealing with challenges of life. They don't like to get challenged. Okay? And they want to just have a smooth life. So in the past, I feel they have really walked away from a lot of situations, not just romantic situations, like a lot of other situations in life. It is for the first time that they're not able to do it because they really love you and they don't want to lose you. Okay? This person is finally growing up and they might be taking responsibilities in other areas of life. Okay? Or they're trying to. But you're a very big reason in their life, who's not really letting them slip into their comfort zone again. You are challenging them, and because they love you a lot, they're not really leaving despite being challenged, okay, because they're choosing you over the challenge. In the past, they chose, their comfort over people, over situations, but here, they're choosing you over their comfort, right? So you matter a lot to them, let me tell you, Sagittarius. We have Ace of Voices. This is your energy. I'm sensing over here that you are kind of realizing it very well. If not exactly, you have observed them and you're sensing it very well. And you are coming out very practical to them, okay? Like, I'm not saying you're rude to them, but you're blunt to them. you're honest with them that, listen, I have invested a lot in this connection, or if it's a new person, then I've gone through a lot in my life, okay? I don't want to play games, neither I want to get played, okay? You feel that you're not ready, it's completely fine, but you let me know, okay? If I'm in the position to give you time, or if I'm in the position, to give you whatever you need, right, then I would do that. But if I am not, okay, then let's discuss accordingly, because I am not here now, I don't want to do Romeo Juliet, and I'm not even gonna say all those things that I'm gonna die without you. No, let's be honest, nobody's dying without anyone. You're being very blunt, but you want the truth and you want the honesty. You are not really in the mood of every time person either making an excuse to run out of the serious conversation. You don't want to do that, because you feel this is affecting not just this connection, but your overall personality. You're a very charged up person, and you're very creative, and you like to do things, and the way this person is kind of just escaping the serious conversations and not really giving you the answer, and this is just kind of like, overall it's making your life dull, and you don't want that. You don't want that. You don't want to dull your life for anyone, for anybody, full stop, Sagittarius, right? So you're putting it out very clearly to them, okay, that I have whole empathy with you, that okay, you're going through something, and I'm trying to be understanding, and if there's anything you need from me, and if there's anything you want to talk to me, no matter how difficult it is, I am all here. But I want honesty, I want the answer, right? And if we both can work it out, we'll work it out. If you're not ready, okay, tell me on what front, right? Is it commitment issue? Is it financial issue? Is it family issue? Let's see. If we have a solution, let's focus on the solution. Let's not do this, you escaping the conversations. I'm not going to convince you to be with me. No. I know what I bring to the table, and I'm going to honor myself if you can't, right? Okay, Sagittarius, so now I will take out 3 cards here for the immediate future. But before that, I want to say that, guys, please understand, okay, that energies are rigid. Energies are flexible, and you can't trap energies under a rigid timeline, okay? And that is why, don't get so obsessed at, ma'am, February readings, ma'am, March readings. Do you think, a day here and there would change the guidance that universe has for you? It will change the soul contract that you have signed with the other person? No, right? See the bigger picture. Okay, I don't make my videos for the views or for likes, or I'm just here because I'm guided to be here. That's all. That's all. And I believe in it. That's how I live my life. So whenever universe has a message for you, it will reach out to you. Just remember that. You will never miss anything that is meant for you. Okay? And that is why whatever will come here, for most of you, it will happen within February, or it happened. But for others, it might happen in April, it might happen in November or next year. So focus on the message. Don't chase timeline. Past, present, future, everything is happening simultaneously, for the universe. Okay, guys, so 3 cards here for the immediate future, and we'll see how you would be feeling, how your partner would be feeling, and where this relationship is heading towards. Let's see here. We have Queen of Voices over here. We have 10 of Emotions over here. And we have the Tower over here. We have some very strong cards of transformation here. Started with 3 of Inspiration, which is, you can say, the stepping stone towards the transformation. Death is all about rebirth. Death and rebirth, they are 2 sides of the same coin. And Tower, again, is all about shaking that weak foundation so that your weak building can fall, and now the ground is clear to build a new strong foundation. Again, rebirth, right? We have the Queen of Voices over here. The Queen of Voices is your energy, okay? You are holding on to the Voices energy over here. You're being very blunt, honest, and what I'm sensing, you're guarding yourself very, very strongly. You're not hurting this person. You're not hurting them, but you're guarding yourself. Like, you probably have told them that you take your time, okay? You come to me whenever you're ready, okay? Because, see, I understand you're scared. I understand you have fears, but even I have. I'm also taking a risk to be with you. I don't know. No, nothing is certain in life. I don't know how you'll turn out to be tomorrow. I don't know what will happen tomorrow. But I am doing that because I love you. But again, I can't force that on you, and I understand. Please take your time. But till then, we'll be in touch. For some of you, maybe you will decide not to be in touch. But either way, if you decide or you don't decide to be in touch, you are clearly letting them know that they don't have full access to you, because you have been hurt a lot in the past, either by this person or others, or through your friends or family in the childhood. But you've been really, really hurt, Sagittarius, and this is the promise you made yourself, that you will never let anyone hurt you again or take you for granted, and you're letting them know that that is not happening. If you are not really ready, it's completely fine with me. I will close the chapter in a dignified way and move on. But no, I will not let you hurt me. I will not let you ignore me. I will not let you make me feel any lesser, because I'm not. I fought my battles bravely, and I'm a survivor. I'm a warrior. I wear my scars very proudly. Okay, so you being a queen of voices, you're a queen. Again, this has nothing to do with your gender. These are just depiction of energies. Every soul has both, masculine and feminine energies. Okay, so this is very much applicable to males also, right? We have 10 of emotions. Now, this is the energy of your relationship. See, Sagittarius, the way you are keeping a stand for yourself, and yet you're being respectful towards the other person. You're not taking it out. You're not abusing them. You're not cursing them. You're not blaming them. You are just understanding them, but at the same time, you're protecting your heart, has really motivated them and given them the strength. Okay, that if Sagittarius can do it, and they can take this step, take that leap of faith, why can't I? At least they're standing with me, right? I'm not alone in this. This is not the toxic relationship, where I have to convince someone to be with me. I have to play mind games, or I'm a victim of someone's mind games. No. Sagittarius is so honest with me. I have been running away, okay, but they have just chosen to give me that space. Okay, guys, maybe some noises coming in the background. There is some construction going on, in the neighborhood. So please ignore that. I'm very sorry about it. But, this is the energy of your relationship. And there's a very beautiful, emotionally fulfilling energy that is coming over here. Both of you will have a very beautiful union over here. Okay. And whether it's a union, whether it's a reunion, if you guys have not been in touch and, your partner has been acting weird and no contact, whatever it is, but there's a reunion or union happening, and it would be so emotionally fulfilling that you'll feel it, not just in your heart, in your bones, in your soul, like the thirst will be satisfied, So much love, so much respect, so much joy around, just you both on one hand and the whole world on the another. Like, you both will not need anybody else, just dancing in your own world, right? They'll take that leap of faith, okay, because you were there, and you are their biggest strength. Let me tell you, Sagittarius, you are their biggest strength, because we have the Tower. This is your partner. Finally, they are out of that black hole. They were here trapped. They finally got into it. Now they're just out of it. They shattered it. And they're like, you know what? I'm not going to live in this forever. This is done. I'm done. I can't leave my Sagittarius, and I can't hurt them, and I can't disappoint them, and I can't waste this life, living in fear when I have such a beautiful person with me. I mean, come on, 10 years down the lane, I just regret. Maybe I would have just taken that leap of faith. Your partner is doing that, and you are a very strong reason of that. The strength that you've given to them, right? Alright guys, so now I will take out 3 cards here and we'll see what universe wants to guide you. But before that, again, I want to say that for the people, again, after every video, one of you still tells me that, ma'am, whatever you said about my partner, they are my energies, and whatever you said about me, they are my partner's energies. So guys, please understand that I always say at the beginning of every video that, energies of 2 people in general readings are interchangeable. They can be vice versa, right? So this can very well be your partner, Sagittarius, who had been keeping a very strong boundary, and yet, they're very strong-headed. They're respectful towards your journey, towards even your fears, okay? They're not pressurizing you, right? And this can very well be you who's finally, breaking free, breaking the shackles, coming out of your emotional, mental trap, not giving in to fears, choosing freedom, choosing love, choosing your partner. So whether this is you or whether this is your partner, understand, Sagittarius, that either way this reading is correct, okay? Please don't force yourself to fit into a character to claim the reading. Don't do that. Be honest and choose your part honestly, like I said. Either way, it is correct, okay? Alright guys, so 3 cards here and we'll see what universe wants to guide you here, Sagittarius. Let's see here. Okay, so we have Ace of Emotions. We have 4 of Emotions and we have 5 of Voices over here. Okay, so Ace of Emotions. See, Ace of Emotions is the energy of your relationship. So what universe is trying to tell you over here is that no matter how your partner is behaving, especially if they are in 8 of Emotions and if they are in 8 of Voices energy, what universe is trying to tell you is that the love is mutual over here. Okay, they might feel distant right now, they might be ignoring you, or especially for those which is a no contact. One thing universe wants to confirm you that this person loves you just as much how you love them. Okay, so love is not a problem over here. Fears is what the problem over here. Okay, the fears are overtaking them, overpowering them. Okay, but how they say that love always wins at the end. And you being their strength, okay, would definitely help them. But there's a lot of mutual love. Do not doubt yourself, because it usually happens whenever our partner starts acting distant. We take it on ourselves. We did something, we said something, maybe I'm not good enough anymore, they've lost interest, somebody else. No, don't go into that, please. There is nobody else. Okay, they are just scared, that's all. They need time to face the fears because they've never faced it before. Right? That is why we have finally the Tower. It will happen. They will break free. We have 4 of Emotions over here. See, 4 of Emotions is your energy, and this is something that is not really in your energy. But like I said, even though you are kind of very pepped up, marching ahead, but nobody's free of flaws and nobody's free of fears. Sometimes you may just get into this energy of feeling very sad and depressed about the whole situation, that why am I the only one who's taking efforts? Why they are not doing that, Universe is trying to give you subtle warning over there that do not let this energy trap you, drown you, because at least one of you needs to stay healthy, because otherwise if both of you will vibrate on this lower, frequency, then the blockages will happen more. You being on the high frequency, you're going to pull them out of this black hole, the lowest frequency they are in right now. Okay, you don't have to be sad, you just have to be yourself. And again, you don't have to be overly positive. Like, don't again go that being falsely optimistic. No, don't do that. Just let it be. Just let it be, Sagittarius, and you know it very well how to just let it be. Don't let this energy trap you, okay? We have 5 of Voices, and this is your partner's energy, okay? So they are kind of facing themselves, okay? It is, again, not about you. You're not scaring them. You are not the reason they're running away or they're kind of, avoiding. They themselves are the reason. They have to face themselves. They have to face, the the darker side of their personality, which they have been suppressing. They have to face their fears. They have to address the root causes, that why they have these fears, what is stopping them to live the life they want, to pursue the love that they want. And it's not even like they have to chase you, you're right there. They have to face it, they have to fix it. You can't fix it for themselves. They have to sit with it. Universe will definitely provide the guidance, but eventually they have to do the work. So it is about them versus them. And you, by being yourself, will help them to actually, create this balance within themselves and finally create the balance in this relationship, right? Alright guys, so now what I'll do is I'll take this deck and I will take out one card from here and we'll see if there is any specific message for Sagittarius. But before that, I want to say that for the people who are coming here every month, you guys are very well aware about the crystal jewelry that I offer. But for the people who are coming here for the first time, I want to tell you why it is important to wear crystals. See, crystals, they come from beneath the earth, and earth is the only planet in the entire solar system which has the power and the magic to give birth to life. So you can imagine how beautiful and powerful our earth is. Now, because each of these crystals are coming from beneath the earth, so each and every crystal contains the same power and the same magic within them. Now imagine if you can find a way to extract these powers and these magic from these crystals and you connect them with your energies, how beautifully your life can change. Now the best way to do that is to wear the crystals. It's even more powerful than keeping the crystals, because when you wear the crystals, you are directly aligning with its energy, right? And now you're in sync with it, okay? See guys, I have been dealing with crystals since a very, very, very long, okay? In fact, crystals have been the entity to guide me towards tarot, because I started reading tarot much later, right? Crystals have helped me on almost all the areas of my life, my relationships, my finances, my health, protecting me from low vibrational energies, jealousy, negativity, black magic energies, evil eye, and psychic attacks. See, psychic attacks are so common and so misunderstood. What is a psychic attack? Let's say you're sitting in a room and you're very excited and you're very positive to do something, but suddenly out of nowhere you start feeling, scared. You start feeling negative. You start feeling anxious. You get these panic attacks, and again, now suddenly you're all drained out. Why? Because someone out there is sitting and thinking so negatively about you that they're sucking all your positivity out and they are sending their negativity to you. Right? So, crystals, they protect you from these psychic attacks, from these energy vampires. Crystal creates a protective defense around you. Okay? Also, crystal creates your, puts your intuition on point. Now, what is intuition? See, intuition is the linking path between you and the universe, okay? It's that bridge between you and the universe. So, let's say if you're in a dilemma or a problem and you're seeking the guidance of universe will always reach out to you through your intuition. See, it's only because of intuition I'm able to channelize these messages for you, even when I don't know you personally, right? But what is happening these days, because of all the negativity, anxiety, greed, temptations, all this clutter and noise in the world, our intuition pathway is blocked. Okay, there's so much of waste in that pathway. So what happens? Universe is not able to reach out to us, and so we are cut off from the universe. We are cut off from our source, our home. What happens when we are cut off from our home, our family? We're lost. We're lonely. We're sad. And that is why world over, mental health issues are increasing every day, because people are lost and they're cut off from the universe. Okay. Now, crystals make sure that your intuition pathway is clear and you're always connected to universe. Right? See, everything is energy at the end of the day. Even depression is an energy. Okay. So we have to work on the root cause. People talk about mental issues, physical issues, but what about spiritual issues? Okay. Now, there are three most important things that you must know before you buy crystals, whether you're buying from me or somebody else. First, please do a little research and make sure you are buying original crystals, okay, as there are a lot of people who are selling fake ones out there. Even few reputed websites are doing that, so please take care, okay, because it happened with few of my clients in the past, so I know. Secondly, how one crystal benefits one person, it might not benefit another person the same way. Why? Because all of us have different blockages, different energy systems, just like how one medicine will not solve all the health issues in the world. You wear medicine, you take medicine according to your illness, your diagnosis. Same logic applies here, okay? Like the most common example of this is rose quartz. Like how world over, people try to market it and sell it as a love crystal. And I'm sure most of you must have tried wearing this crystal at least once in your life to attract love, but did it work for all of you? No, right? Why? Because rose quartz might not be a love crystal. It might be your financial crystal. Just like I'm wearing snowflake obsidian over here. Let's say the snowflake obsidian is, helping me romantically. But the same, snowflake obsidian can help you in your career, right? So if you do not know which crystal is good for you and for what purpose, don't worry. You message me on my crystal Instagram page. I will take your details. I will meditate on your energies and I will let you know which crystal is good for you, right? Now, thirdly, please wear crystals only after they are charged with your specific energies. Now, why this is important? See, crystals, they have the tendency to connect with the energies, they come across. Now, let's say I come across so many people every day. So my crystal will try to create a connection with everyone, but I don't want that because this way its powers are now scattered. But I want all of its powers to be focused only on me, to work only for me, right? So I want to trap its powers for myself. Now, how do I do that? I do that by carrying out certain intense rituals, okay? And let me tell you, not everybody can do these rituals because again, I come across people trying to sell crystals by saying that buy from us, they're charged by us. You need to ask these people charged of what and charged of whose energies. Have they taken your details? Do they know your blockages? Have they meditated on your energies? If no, then no, the crystal is not charged. It is of no use to you. See guys, one thing I can promise you 1000% that crystals have the power to change your life, but you have to believe in them. They are not fashionable jewelries, okay? They are living entities who are always listening to you, protecting you, guiding you, supporting you. They are your guardians, right? So have faith in them, all right? Okay guys, so one card here for Sagittarius, and we'll see what specific guidance universe wants to give you here, Sagittarius. Let's see. Okay, and we have a time for healing. Okay, and it is so beautiful. Universe is just asking you to focus on yourself, on your healing. Okay, so that while this person is, fighting their demons and, being burdened by the pressure and their fears, you also don't fall in that dark energy. So to avoid that, you have to focus on your healing. So like I said, so that you don't get trapped in this energy, you have to stay vibrant, you have to stay confident, you have to stay practical so that you take them out from wherever they're stuck. And you can only do that when you're focusing on your healing, right? And this is that time. While universe is guiding them and they are fixing themselves, you focus on your healing, your growth, Sagittarius. Okay? Alright guys, so that's it for today. I hope this reading resonated with you. If it did, then please subscribe this channel. Also comment here. Please comment here guys. Please let me know how these readings are resonating with you. Because like I always say, everything is energy. The moment you write here, you make a connection with me, and whenever I am doing my meditations, automatically all those healing energies are going to you. So take advantage of that. And like again, I always say that I may not be replying to each and every comment, but I read each and every comment over here. Okay. Also like and share this video. And for the people who want to book their personal readings with me, you guys should contact me on Instagram. Also on Instagram, every morning prediction for the day is posted, and every day one person is picked up for a free detailed reading. So if you guys are interested, I would be putting the links both for my tarot Instagram page and my crystal Instagram page in the description box below. You can check it out. Okay. So I'll see you guys again very soon. Till then, please take care of yourself. God bless you. Bye.